side of your personality that originally attracted you to metal music?
Impossible to say. I mean, I was too young when I got attracted both to metal and the sinister side of things in general to understand why I was. This is just like I mentioned earlier with the old albums that we realized first years after what they meant to us. This is a thing that happens to me a lot, you know. I mean, I can look back now and see the process of transformation from a human being into a Satanist. I can see that much more clearer now, you know, after 15 years of being into this. But when it happens, you never really realize what is going on. This is the magic of it all. I mean, that's when you know that you are not in charge. That is the very proof of a living satanic energy that takes possession of people. And I believe that I have a spark inside me that I had since birth. A spark that is the only thing in me from birth that was not human. And through music and through exploring the dark side of things, I gave nourishment to that spark. And eventually it became everything to me. It became my center of existence, my only reason of being.
Both yourself and touring guitarist Seth Titan were former members of Dissection. Was it always understood that Ryan Chaos was going to be the final statement of the band?
I don't think it was clearly understood for anyone else apart from the band themselves. And it's not really relevant either when you think about it. I mean, the important thing that is that it actually was the last album, that it became, you know, the ultimate monument of what they were. That is the important thing to me. Whether or not it was pre-decided, that is irrelevant to me.
And not shortly after John's passing, you know, a lot of fans of Dissection and fans of John were saying "rest in peace," you know, on the message boards and on the websites, and then the band issued a statement saying, you know, no, that's totally against what, you know, John stood for, because, you know, he was a chaotic hellraiser, so, you know, fuck it up eternally. You know. Now, what I wanted to ask you, what was John's mood like prior to his passing? I mean, I don't really picture him as being depressed. When you read about how he felt like he accomplished everything that he set out to, you know, was he upbeat or?
You know, without delving too deep into the subject because of various reasons, but Jon was probably the most iron-willed person that I've ever met, and I think I never saw him. I mean, we spent quite a lot of time together in the end because I rehearsed with them, because we toured together with them and everything, and I never saw him doing anything against his will. I mean, that sounds easy when you say it, but if you think about it, you know, it says quite a lot about a person. And adding that to his choice of passing away, I have no reason to believe that he wanted anything else. And looking back, what lyrics did he write when he was 16 years old, and how much different were they from, you know, the last ones that he wrote? They've always been about one thing. So to me it was greatest lesson that he ever gave me, or anyone else for that matter, although most people refuse to listen to it, was his actual passing away. So I do in no way wish that it did not happen. It's, he really did his mission on Earth, and he did it flawlessly. Who would wish for anything else?
So, what's next on the plate for WATAIN?
For WATAIN, we are finishing the Fuck the World tour with this last American part, and we have the 10-year anniversary show when we get back home, which will be a ceremonial ending to a 2-year-long tour. And with that, we shall begin. We shall close all doors and just focus completely on ourselves and on the next album. And yeah, we have quite some work to do.
Well, Erik, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to talk metal with me today. Before we wrap this up, do you have any last words for all your fans out there?
Well, what can I say? I mean,